So this one reading is going to be about Beyonce and how she's feeling and the genre energies that are surrounding her and that are, literally engulfing her because Baby Girl is literally getting flamed on those IG comments, TikTok, social media as a whole, talking about like she knows everything simply due to her relationship with her husband and of course their affiliation with Diddy. So I mean, well, I've always been saying that Jay-Z is always into some shit. I never shied away from saying that. I also don't think that she was completely, fully oblivious to what he does. Maybe back then, but the more she just, you just kind of like starts paying attention to certain details, the more it's just going to start ringing true in your head, then you just start piecing the puzzles together. So without further ado, let's step into Beyonce's energy, mother of the motherfucking house, mother of the Renaissance. Can we please connect to Beyonce's energy and see her raw, true, actual energy that is surrounding her? And this is going on there. And what's happening to her, and just everything else that is happening and that is going on with Mrs. Carter, right? That is how she likes to be called. Okay, Beyonce. She is keeping it extremely low, keeping it extremely private, posting whenever it gets too much, trying to, apparently do damage control because everything is getting out of hand. And, well, each time Nicki Minaj tries to speak about Jay-Z, here Beyonce comes with, the JQ interview popping up. Next time she tries again and she speaks up. Here she comes with, the GQ behind the scenes. Next time again, here she comes with the Instagram posts. So, each time Nicki says something, she is ready on time and go. So, yeah. So let's see. Beyonce, what's your energy? Beyonce. Well, she's trying to definitely keep herself busy, trying to stay busy because she does not want to partake in a thing that is going on and that is taking place. But she is starting to get more aware of the sneaky shit that is happening, that is taking place, even though she doesn't want to get dragged into this, but she is. And that is pissing her off. Exactly. Let's get to it. That is pissing her off. That is definitely making her get hit and making her feel like, her pride is getting hit, her ego is getting hit, her image is getting hit because she's always showing up as this strong, independent individual who is unshakable, who is always super perfect, picture clean, who is just the epitome of perfection. You think perfection, you go Beyonce. So for her to be attached and tied to shit like this, oh, she does not like that. Oh, she does not like that. Oh, she does not like that. Dare I say she is starting to resent her husband for it? Dare I say that? Yes, I dare, because she is starting to resent him. It is creating lots of tension and lots of conflict there, because now she's just sitting there, feeling indecisive as fuck, not knowing where to sit, not knowing where to rest her head at. She's also exhausted, wanting to just kind of like surrender to his all, wanting to just stop fighting, for once wanting to keep that peace with herself, instead of feeling like she is sacrificing everything even more and everything else again. She is feeling like she just has to pick her sword up again and fight back in the only way that she knows. Yeah, it's creating a lot of fights there, and she's exhausted in the only way that she knows, which is just, doing it the Beyonce way, doing it in the only way that she is aware of, and just trying to keep a straight head and trying to just keep it at that instead of just fighting or just getting so triggered to the point that she's like, I'm gonna do something. But I am definitely hearing her saying to her husband, fix this, Sean, like fix this, and not in a gentle tone either. She's sick of the backs and forths. She feels like, at this point it's just gonna happen. Like she tries, she is trying to pour that love that she has in those passion projects that she is working on, that she is doing, from her hair care line to what the fuck that, yeah, the alcohol line. Oh my god, I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm a hive, but damn, whenever I start reading, it's just everything just goes out of the window. But she's pouring that love there and trying to make the maximum of money out of those situations, because she's trying to rest. She's trying to do shit differently, but whenever she tries to do that, people just accuse her of doing shit just to gain their sympathy, or just so they can feel closer to her, so they can buy her shit, which just makes her like feel like whatever I do, it's not working. And for her, I'm also hearing like whatever I've done it for love. So staying with her nigga, staying with her husband, covering up his traces, now taking the hits for him, now taking the hits because of him and because of their relationship together and their ties together, is making her regret the fact that she has stayed so far long until it has started becoming like this, like these mind games. It has started being inside to those mind games, to those manipulations, to those dark shit that she was unknowingly or knowingly. Now that part we gotta know about, because yeah, no, she was. I don't even know why I said that, because I already know the answer. I just wanted to say that because she's just as much of a culprit as her nigga is, hiding behind him, still being there. Their ties with, Diddy. Let me see how does Beyonce feel about the Diddy accusations real quick before I even say something, because oh yeah, she is not happy with that one. She ain't happy. She ain't happy because it's like, the more they're gonna keep tugging at shit, the more shit is gonna get known, and the Hermit's card, the Virgo card, the more shit is gonna get known, and the more lights is gonna be shining onto the shit that matters, and there is nothing that can stop that from happening. No amount of voodoo, no amount of manifestation, no amount of trying to hide behind all that perfect posture and exposure. Nothing is gonna help. It's going to keep, being kind of like told and really not spoken about so brightly, of course, because they try to control like the propagandas and whatnot. But yeah, walking away, trying to still fight back, trying to still be here, and trying to regain that happiness that once was there. Trying to feel like, I still got it like the past, but she knows that it's not the past no more, that this is a different era, a different type of time, man. So she really can't do much. So it's either like, gotta keep doing shit like this and keep it under wraps, or like, not keep doing shit like this, but as in like, we just gotta keep it low and keep it under wraps, and just, sneakily try to like stall this and move away and move the money, move like all the other shit somewhere else. Or the truth is gonna come out and it's still not going to be pretty. The money is gonna be affected, everything's gonna be gone, everything's gonna be done with, and she is going to have to like gain that shit. A lot of shit is gonna be ending for her then. Like lots of mental struggles and everything. If she would decide to actually like take the L and just fucking divorce that nigga, she would be going somewhere. She would literally be going somewhere, but she's gonna keep sticking beside that nigga, and it's just gonna create more confusion and irritation and anger for her. But yeah, she is aware of the dark shit that was going on at first. The thing is, like, even if she was there and everything, that shit was not on brand for her first, and she was not very fond of that either ways. It's like, let's get going. I don't want to be linked to shit like that. But then at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of toxicity that is linked up to that shit anyway. She was there. She saw that. There's a lot of shit that she knows of. There is a lot of shit that she is aware of, that she wished she didn't know. She wished she wasn't on. But you can't undo all that. The time is gonna come where she's also going to be held accountable for that shit, instead of just like you know, running away from that. But that is going to happen unpredictably because for now she is holding herself accountable. She is dealing with that regret. She is feeling broken. She's feeling exhausted. She's feeling alone. She's feeling lonely. You know, her own song is Scared of Lonely. She is feeling that. She is not liking the fact that, people are nitpicking at her, that they're nitpicking at that image of her and the imagery of her that she has spent so much time crafting to perfection and building for so long. And everything is just kind of like getting broken down piece by piece. And once like there is a hole somewhere, it gets air there, it gets those rumors, it gets everything going on there, and it creates more cracks. And for her, those cracks are literally eating at her inside out, because I can't keep doing this. I can't keep fighting no more. I am not fighting my own battle now. I am fighting this battle because of affiliation. Literally, that's what she feels like right now too. But she is also, let's see how does she feel, because I keep getting like rumors, and there is truth to those rumors. Lots of truths are actually hitting close to home, but what people also don't realize and are also kind of turning a blind eye into, that she was also like coaxed into this. She was not built for this shit. She was not aware of this shit. But she was also soft launched into this, albeit not accordingly, not wanting to. This is not to give her grace, but it's also to say that she was shaped into that, from being a victim of that mentality, from being thrown into that lifestyle, to actually shaping herself to be kind of like immune to that and just closing her eyes on that, because he does his own thing. I am not going to, like hold him down. He doesn't listen to me. She's the one submissive in the relationship, despite all those independent lyrics and all that shit that she has. She has lost that backbone that she once had, because his strength is reversed. Her pride is wounded. She is very much hurt. She has lost all that shit because of him. Her light is even dimmed. She's not in that energy no more. She's angry. She is hurt. And she is not happy. But she doesn't take it out on him fully, and it's even driving her insane. Like, lots of anxiety. I always pull this card for her. Yeah, lots of anxiety, lots of hurt, lots of sadness, headaches. Feel like the more she just keeps like focusing on this, the more she's aging. There's also that worry of her just like aging and feeling old, and having to process things in a different way, in a different manner, and just having to deal with shit like this simply because of him, and because of the decisions he's been making, because of his impulsive, ruthless nature. She had to deal with it all. There is a lot of regrets here in her energy, lots of regrets, lots of pettiness. There's something here about her just like always getting head sculpt massages, where she just massages her head to feel lighter and to feel somehow better than how she feels, like trying to mask that shit off, trying to just not really pay it any mind, but it is catching up to her now, and she can't do nothing about it. Like, now she feels like her privacy isn't respected, and people are talking a lot. She is seeing how people are talking. She's seeing the comments. Let me see, she's seeing the comments actually. She sees how people are talking. She sees all that. She always has an ear to the streets. She always has an eye there. She's seeing all that. She is not happy about all that. It is definitely caused a lot of rifts, like an even bigger rift in her relationship and in her household with that guy. Please. Yeah, he's just that childish. Yeah, it's creating lots of tension and a lot of hurt there, because it's like, fix this. I'm even here like fixing Jesus. Like, she's getting to, that point. Of course, there is always infidelity and everything, but the thing is, like, the more she worries about that shit, the more it's going to be coming out. Because there is a lot of avoidance energy that has been here, but now everything is just piling up. It's like shit tons of shit all on top of the other one, and there is nothing that can be done, because now people are going to see through that fantasy lifestyle and that fantasy life that she's been selling people, and they're just going to see all that on their own, and it's gonna be like, oh well, look, Beyonce isn't as perfect as she claims to be, even though after all that stuff that she has been putting out, where she tried to say, I'm also grown, I'm also healing and everything, but they never fully believed her. Like her points sometimes kind of just like stand empty, so they're gonna be like, well, look, she's not as perfect as she claims to be, but she's also as sick as them. So it's like, whatever I'm doing, I am just going to be losing, and it is something that is really eating her up. Yeah, eating her up, because she cannot move on from this, because this is something that has been long overdue, and that is something that is going to be very much, coming to the light. And something that has been going on for several decades and shit, and it's only going to create even more chaos in her household, and even more issues and tension there, even more of that weird tense energy where that house is filled with conflicts. I mean, that nigga is still gonna be doing him either ways. Yeah, like, behind all that confidence energy and all that beautiful imagery of her and everything that she does, there is a lot of cracks there. There is a lot of so sorry, there is a lot of feeling of just like, I am just as broken as the next girl. I can't just, have it all. But the thing is, for her, it's like she knows what she sees. She meditates about it and everything, but at the same time, she's so self-critical. She's always like withdrawing herself. She's always super private about it. Also, people are not going to see her struggling and everything, because she refuses to do that. She's a very prideful woman. She has done so on Lemonade and Self-Titled. But the thing is, like, she's always going to keep hinting at it in her music. But she's not gonna come out and say, yeah, I'm gonna do that, because now her pride is wounded, her ego is wounded, her image is also taking the hits for her. So now, she feels like defeated. She feels like, she gotta give up. She feels like everything is just turning to a no return type of point too. But yeah, the more people are going to speak about this, and the more people are going to start paying even more closer attention to everything that she has, the more they're going to kind of be able to pick on the repetitive toxic patterns that she endures, the shit that she goes through, the shit that goes on for her there, a lot of outer sources, or like outsiders, that are starting to have a lot of naysay in her relationship, and she is not liking that, not one bit. I can assure you that there is not one motherfucking bit of her that is fucking liking that at all. Actually, she's trying to like find her own guidance, trying to find, exactly as I said earlier, like trying to redirect everything, trying to hold herself accountable and everything. But the thing is, like, even if I'm holding myself accountable, like, I can't undo the past. I can't, like, redo it. She knows that she can't redo it. She knows that, she can't. It's only a matter of time, and it's only like too much she can get away with. But now it's like, whatever I've done it for the sake of love, for the sake of my position, for the sake of my safety too, actually, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, for her, it's like, I had my reasons, but at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, at other people's expenses, sure, the industry is twisted that way. And I mean, it's not surprising, because people, we can idolize celebrities and everything, but we really don't know what's be going on, behind the scenes and everything. She's trying to take care of herself. She's trying to be, like, caring and good and everything, but there is a lot of insecurities that are stemming from all the past hurts and everything that is getting super triggered there for her. That is getting super fucking triggered there for her, and it's not making her happy. It's actually not making her happy, not one bit, because everything is just, getting there. There is nothing going on there for her marriage that is, even helping her out there. If anything, it is one of the bigger and biggest sources of her um triggers and her insecurities as well. And now that everybody is just, really peering into that shit and just really kind of ripping her newer ones and shit, it is really making her even more unhappy than she usually is. And that ain't good. But at one point, everybody just deals with those cycles, and everybody just has to own up to the shit that they have done, because we all have those periods. But yeah, there's a lot of tension, a lot of trying to make lots of money. There is something here about like trying to make a lot of money, a lot of money, like working on building that shit up for her and for herself, because she knows, yep, she knows that there is a lot of shit that is coming out that is going to strip her bare of her own privacy, like standing there naked. I'm talking about like standing there naked to be scrutinized for the general public's eye and their words even more than the usual for her. And that is something that is making her so fucking unhappy, because it is going to open up those cans of fucking old wounds for her. That is not going to make her the happiest, and it is worrying her. That is why she's trying to make a lot of money for herself, trying to make as much as she can, trying to overwork herself, trying to do this and that, in order for her not to go out empty handed, simply because of what is there, simply because of her husband's wrongdoing that we're in the dark. And now that she is getting even more fucking aware of, and she is not a happy woman right now. She is fucking baffled. She is unhappy. She is fucking baffled, irritated, fucking disappointed is the word. Like fucking disappointed, to say the least. She ain't happy. She ain't happy because this is the man I vouched for. This is the man I advocated for. Hopeless, helpless, desperate, lots of despair, lots of feeling like, she's just watering a fucking, like, sterile dessert. Like, there is no fucking results now. It's always going out sad. It's always like being outpoured in the fucking water with no results, or in the fucking sands where it's absorbed but there is no growth, there is nothing. Lots of tension in the house, lots of conflicts. Their relationship isn't the best, their connection is the worst actually right now. Like all this, instead of like sticking together and everything, is just creating a midriff even there, and their home life ain't happy. So Beyonce isn't happy with everything going on. She is not happy, very disappointed, very insecure, very much withdrawn into herself, very displeased, very much angry, very much, well, she's more so like, keeping that anger to herself and like trying to rein in her temper. But the moment she's gonna snap at saying, oh, it ain't gonna be pretty, it's gonna be ugly. It ain't gonna be pretty at all. A lot of conflict, a lot of past resentments to lots of conflicts in energy, subconscious. It's crazy because her intuition always tries to tell her everything, and she always ignores all that. But now she wishes that she didn't. And now it is coming to beat her in the ass. All that sneaky shit that was done, all that shit, all coming to the surface. She is going to take action and try to, do damage control with her own self, try to put shit out like from ads to something that has to do like a surprise drop again, something that has to do with another photo shoot, alcohol, and something that has to do with her hair product. But there is something about like a photo shoot that has to do with color, with the color black, gold, and something has to do with like wigs, like in the photo shoot. She's going to try to like distracts people from what is really going on there for her, because when the timing is right, by next time this year, a lot of shit is going to be fucking unpredictable in their life, especially with Beyonce, like a lot of it. So she's going to try to distract the people from all this, because she knows the time is coming. She's making all that money because she knows there is nothing else left to do aside from making shit out there for her self-work. Because the more they're gonna keep trying to be like sly with it and shit, the more it's just gonna near its exposing time, the more regrets is gonna be there. Like, I wish this was handled differently, I wish this wasn't being done like this, I wish I hadn't stayed for so long. I wish I left, like lots of I wish I left in the past. I wish my father didn't give me away for this man. I wish I listened to my father when he told me that back then. I wish I listened to my family. I wish I didn't distance myself from my friends who wanted, what's good for me. Then she's going to start, like talking about everything and just thinking about everything that was out there for her and that should have been done, like should have, could have, would have, were to Taylor Swift. But yeah, she is going through it with a man and both of them together in the household. But it's just the justice card is only fair that shit is, getting there and that shit is really starting to be seen. And yeah, lots of painful situations there, lots of triggers and painful situations and endings there, and opportunities and money involved and career getting involved. And we know how Beyonce gets when, that shit that she's been crafting for years is involved. So yeah, that is the Beyonce reading. We're going to see lots of damage control or her just starting to kind of like withdraw herself even more than the usual. But at the same time, she still want to stand strong and just show people that, she still is here because she's not that deep into that shit, but she's also not that innocent. And she's very much like going back and forth between all that shit, but she can't say much or do much about it at all, actually, as a matter of fact. But yeah, this is the Beyonce reading and general energy surrounding her right now and what might be taking place next. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and maybe we'll meet in another reading again. Bye.